Good morning. So I've popped over today. It was supposed to be the day when I promised myself I wouldn't come over. But you know it's like when that sun comes out, it pushes you out of the way. This is blinding me today. But I've got so much to do that I just thought, take advantage of the sun. Look at this polytunnel now. I'm actually over the mood with it. So what I'm going to do today is, I'm going to move some things out of the greenhouse. And I'm just going to store them in here. Do you know what I mean? Like all my spring onions, my cabbages and whatnot. This can be used as a cold frame now as well. I'm really happy with it. I also added some wires on, if you can see, and I'll show you now. So the idea is, like, if the wind comes, I don't want it to blow right over and snap the hinges and obviously damage the tunnel. So what I did was, I added a tension wire here. So obviously it keeps it up. I'm going to put another one on the other side, but I need to get some extra clips for it. And then also, let's move my egg basket. Thank God, the eggs where I'm having at the moment. And I also add this one here. That's got a hook on it. And that goes on like that. I can obviously tighten it if I want. So obviously if the wind or whatnot pushes the other way, it ain't gonna fall on top of me because it's holding with this. Because we don't want me stuck in there, do we? I mean, you lot would love that, but I wouldn't, having to cut myself out of there. But yeah, what a growing space it is now. So, right, let's get some of that done. The good thing is that I can use that mini polytunnel as a cold frame as well. I was going to build one, but we'll see how we get on with this now as well, of using it like that. I'm really pleased that I can use this space all year round. So I've added some 18-month-old, well-rotted horse manure to this bed. I wouldn't recommend putting fresh green manure into this bed. One, it will burn the roots because of the acidic level, and also you'll get loads of seeds in it. And I mean, there'll still maybe be some seeds in this, but it went to a pretty good temperature. I'm not going to grow directly into this now. I mean, it's a good medium, but I am going to top it up because this level will drop a little bit as well. So I will add some, not too expensive compost to the top that I bought on discount just before Christmas. And then I'll just place this over the top, and then anything that I grow then will start off in here, because I mean, I could directly sow something into this, but chances are I've already got the plants sown in the greenhouse. I'll probably cover this now with a bit of plastic so that no seeds don't blow into it until I'm ready to use this bed. Obviously you've seen on the last video as well, I popped over and seen Tony O'Neill at Simplified Gardening, and like all gardeners, if you go visit a gardener, they will always try and give you something else, like they get a gift. It's just a customary thing that we do. And just like everyone else, Tony did not fail. He gave me 2 jostery bushes, so I'm going to put them in. So thanks for that, Tony. He also gave me, let's have a look. I've had a bit of a sort out here, even though it doesn't look like it has. Everything seems to be organised mess. He gave me some Rhubarb potatoes, and he also gave me some artichokes as well, which I've never tried before. So yeah, so thank you very much for that, Tony. I had an amazing day. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be posting a video soon where we built this fruit cage. So go take a look at his channel. He doesn't need any introduction. He's like the king of bucket potatoes. He knows his stuff. He's been on YouTube, since, the start, basically. I'm truly honoured that I went over. Right. Enough of that now, because he's going to love all that. I need to get some work done. Let me show you what I've got so far. So all the seedlings are coming up now. These won't be long before I can plant them into that mini polytunnel. I've got some lily of the valley still to go in, some sea holly, my artichoke, not Jerusalem artichoke that Tony gave me, my actual artichoke got to go in. I rescued it off my old plot, so hopefully it'll come. I've got some mini blueberry plants to go in, and yeah, this time of year you'll just keep going and going. I could do 2-hour episodes, honestly. Right, let's get some work done. Less of the nattering. So many jobs, but loads of time. You've still got loads of time. The sweet peas are starting to come up now, which I'm really pleased about. Also the sugar snap peas, they're not coming up that quickly, but I had a little dig down and they are on their way. They were under there, so they were keeping a bit colder, so they'll get the sun massively now, so hopefully they'll shoot up soon. I absolutely love sugar snap peas, especially with a little bit of olive oil in the oven. Let them sweat for 7 minutes. Put them on your meal. Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely lovely. I know I've got some leeks sown, but I'm going to sow some more leeks today. I sowed them a little bit early, and obviously there's a chance of bolting and all, but these will be my main ones. These are the giant winter leeks. It is boiling in here. I might actually open a window today for the first time since, God knows whenever. So let's have a go. I've still got the straps on, but I think we'll be all right. This is like the polytunnel over again, where I can't get the blooming nut in the thread. So, right, I'm not even bothering to do. Oh, there you go. Honest to God, I'm cursed with these things. I really am. Right, I'll come back when it's done. All right. There we go. So I should be able to open a little bit anyway, so that's better. I'm sweating in here. I can't believe how warm it is. I opened the greenhouse today, and that smell of, foliage was just, it hit me, and it was the first time I've smelt it this year. So I've moved all the things into the polytunnel. I've got more room here now, so I can start thinking about filling these, building and filling some raised beds in here. I also need to put some potatoes in, just a few. Fleece them over, and it's worth a go anyway. I've done it every year, and it's been okay in South Wales. Right, I got loads of little pricking out to do. There's just so much to do, but we can't moan because we've all been excited and waiting for this time. So I've had a really good sort out here today. I'm sorry that you haven't come along on the ride, but it was just boring stuff. Like, you don't want to be seeing me wheelbarrowing muck and bark and whatnot down the paths. I still got to get some more for the bottom part of the path, but I've had a good old sort of view today. Let's go have a look. So as you can see, like, all the paths are nice and tidy. I've moved most of the wood. I've filled up this one now with compost, well-rotted manure and soil. This one's been put to sleep as well. That one's been topped up. I've moved some plants around. I've put all the plants inside the polytunnel, and down here I filled up the asparagus bed as well. I added loads and loads of well-rotted manure and some rotted bark on top for a mulch, so I'm really pleased. Yeah, I'm just like really happy now that it just feels like everything's nice and tidy. There's still always jobs to do on allotment, so don't be thinking, oh my God, my plot is worse than that. I have worked through all of winter to get like this, because did you really want to see me not progressing? And like, it's still the same as it was 4 months ago. So don't be disheartened. There's still plenty of time. Get up your plot, get in your garden, go and start now. Spring is almost here. I just had a lot of work to get to this stage. My plot was like this last year on the other one, but I've just had to do the work now. So don't be thinking, oh, his looks a lot more tidier and whatnot. There's still plenty of time. As always, I am off home. I planned on not coming here today, but the sun made me come out, and I'm glad I did it. Good morning. As you can see, my compost has arrived. Today I'm going to dress all the beds. I'm wearing yellow, which is probably the worst thing to do because I'm already dirty already. The daffodils are all poking their heads out now. So I'm really happy about that they're finally showing their heads. So I'm going to dress this bed today. Dress these three, put compost on all three of those and they'll be ready. I've mulched the asparagus bed down the bottom already with well rotten manure. Moved the strawberries out of here into the bed at the top. This has got well rotten manure in there. It's been about 6 months now. I'm going to take this off today and have a look at it and maybe put a bit of compost on the top. I want to put some compost on this one here because all the eggshells are still showing and stuff, and I just think it could do with a good feed. So today is a top dressing day, and also I'm going to do some more sowing and planting out. Panting out? I'm going to do some planting out. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be a nice day, but who knows? Right, let's go. Bloody state of me, honestly. I'm covered in soil today, but it's that time. So I've got my chitted bits of potato for my single seed challenge for Steve at Digwell's Green Fingers. I'm going to pop them all in now in these little pots. I've got 5, so 5 little chits had come. Let's hope for the best. I'm going to pop them in like so, cover them with compost, label them up, and hope that I've got the winning spuds. But it's only a bit of fun at the end of the day. They're all potted up. I'll label them now as SSP 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right, so SSP 1. There you go. So that's my 5 chitted pieces for the single seed potato challenge. So as you can see, I've dug up the strawberries that I overwintered. We had a mild winter, so it wasn't so bad. I got loads in the greenhouse as well for pots. But as you can see, the root growth that these have put on now, because of the manure and the compost I fed them with, they'll do great in here now. I'm going to give them a little bit of a haircut of all this dead growth. And now they're good to be planted in this bed. The reason I chose this bed is because it's right next to the greenhouse. The heat will radiate from it, and also they're not high, you know, they're not going to take too much light from the greenhouse when I've got tomatoes and things in there. So I've chose these to come in here because, you know, they're going to be about this high and they'll be perfect for this bed. As you can see, I've mulched this bed already with compost, and hopefully we'll have a good yield of strawberries. Right, let's get these in. Don't try and cram as many strawberries as you can in a bed, because you will be shocked how big these grow, especially the foliage. And the more space you give them, the better the yield. So don't think, oh, I'll try and fit as many plants in there, because all you're doing is stunting your harvest. These plants are 2 years old now. Some are 1 year old. And that's pretty much a good year that you'll get a good harvest. When you buy strawberry plants from like B&Q and things like that are a year old, you'll get a harvest off them, but you tend to get a better harvest in the second year. Right, we'll get all these in now. And I'm not going to net it because I only really need to net it once the fruit starts showing, because that's when the birds really want it, you know, they want to come down onto this bed. But if I do net it, it's purely just because I want to get the nets out rather than doing them later, because sometimes I forget and then it's too late. So, you know, a good 10 or 12 inches for a plant. Some are bigger than others, but that's just the way it is. Right, let's get these in. Good afternoon. So this is like day 3 of this video. It's a bit of a mismatch, to be honest. I don't know what's been going on, but they're just little clips of me popping over this week in between all the weather. I've had a bit of a go today as well, so I'll show you now. So obviously all the beds are looking lovely. The strawberries are in, as you've seen. I've had another pile of manure collected, so that'll go in the compost heap. There's a war zone down here, a war zone. But I've managed to put the rhubarb in and mulch our bed. There's loads of plants inside here now, and have a look. Come and have a look. We have some frog spawn. So I'm so pleased about that. I'm like really happy that we've got some life in this pond now. So yeah, I've got loads of planting today. It's lovely, look at the sky, absolutely lovely. So I'm gonna get on now, do a bit of potting, and yeah, I'm really happy that spring is here, like no denying it, spring is here. So I planned on showing you all everything I was doing today, and then I heard that there was gonna be another yellow warning of wind for tomorrow. So I decided just to rush through and get everything done. I'll give you a little look now what I've done today. So I moved the barrel over to here and had a good old tidy up. All the beds, as you can see now, are looking lush and black, and they're ready for planting. Even the onions have perked up since I've given them a good feed. They really do love it. All the daffodils now are coming up. Let me show you from the top actually. So as you can see, the wind is picking up. So all the daffodils are coming up, which is looking lovely. How lovely is it once you put some fresh compost onto some beds? It just looks ready now. The daffodils are looking lovely. Like I said, I put a barrel down there and I'm going to fit it to the guttering. I've made a bed here, which is about 3 foot by 5 foot. And I think I'm going to put either flowers in there or all my herbs. I'm going to rebark all the paths just down here because it's getting a bit boggy. Oh, I built a new bed here as well. So that's another like 2.5 foot by 7 foot. So my rhubarb's in, which is going to take off quite a bit of that. At the back, I'm going to put an artichoke, and then maybe down here a perennial kale. The flowers are going crazy. I also built another bed down here, which is quite high. And I'm going to put things low in there, maybe like some radishes and things like that, so that when the tunnel opens, it doesn't. I picked up loads of rubbish just to keep blowing into my plot. And that's the thing, once it's like windy, everyone else's rubbish blows into here, so I'm constantly picking bags of rubbish up. I put all the manure into the compost heap as well, ready for next year. I've said this so many times, but I'm so ready for spring now. All the beds have been filled, they've all been mulched, they've got loads of compost and feed in. Spring is literally there, right there. So I'm going to go home now. I've done all my little jobs today, unless fingers crossed this wind doesn't come to nothing tomorrow. So thanks again for watching, guys, and take care.